says like it'll automatically.
Have any anxiety about the battery level of my calculator? Yeah. Okay. All right. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Okay. Here we go. Let's do our two warm-ups. So I put these warm-ups in here on purpose. This is what Mrs. Talbot on purpose put these two in here because I want you to look at the difference between these two problems. This problem is not a squirrel in the tree problem. The squirrel is on the ground. Do you see what I'm saying? Like X is in the base, not the exponent. This problem you should have been able to do before last week, which is cube root both sides. There was a problem like this in the homework where they like threw one in there. Right? You had been like logging both sides for like 5 problems in a row, and then it just threw one of these in there was like X to the eighth or something, and everyone's like, I don't know what to do when there's an 8. Well, that's because we've been doing that all along. Now, just to remind you, all of the roots that you want are located in the math button. So math button, and you can go to the X root anytime, but I'm going to go to the Q root for this guy. And then so I have an exact and an approximate here. Okay, now contrasting that with number 8, where the squirrel is in the tree, this one I do need to log both sides because X is in the exponent. Is anyone willing to tell me that they've started skipping this step completely and just started writing the X in the front immediately? That's totally okay. Okay, do you see the difference between those two problems? Okay, now do not put your packets away. You need to locate the script. And set this up. Okay, can you guys also get a piece of or graph paper going or in your notebook and this? Okay, so today we're doing problem number 42, the case of the cooling corpse, which is an application of logarithms. It is a murder mystery. Homework is not this. That is not the homework. There's only 4 questions, but I do like this joke. Take a look at my murder mystery pop-up book. You like it? You like it? What is the homework? Can somebody tell me so I can fix this slide? Okay, there we go. All right, so now There are 6 parts, so I'm going to need 6 loud people to read the 6 parts. The narrator part is the longest by far. Anybody willing to be the narrator? Theo, thank you. Perfect.
Oh,
Okay, so we have that. Now next one is Agent 008, who is a very close friend of Agent 007. Do you get it? Do any of you get it? Mission Impossible. Okay, so Agent 008 is next. Connor, you're Agent 008. It's great. Okay, Dr. Deadman. Anyone want to be Dr. Deadman? Dr. Deadman. Dr. Deadman.
take a bit.
Dr. Deadman doesn't have very many lines. It's really like just 1 or 2. Really, it's just reading out loud like two set. Thank you, Jack. Okay. Now, I don't think that Ajax Baraxo has any line. Also, does anybody realize why that's funny? Does anybody know? Anyone in the whole room know why this is funny? Yeah, those are both cleaning supplies, Ajax and Borax. Okay. Um, Now I believe Dr. Quincy only has 1 line. Gio, thank you. And then Sergeant Faust, I think he's got a couple, but no big deal. Matthew, thank you. Okay. All right. I will read the setting, the coroner's office inside the courthouse. You are definitely welcome to use special voices. Go ahead.
Coroner's office is kept at cool 17 Celsius. Agent 008 keeps pacing back and forth, trying to keep one to wait for any new information about his latest case. For more than 3 hours now, Dr. Deadman has been performing an autopsy on the side road Flashy's latest victim. And Agent 008 can see that the temperature of the room and the deafening silence are beginning to irritate even Dr. Deadman. The slasher has been creating more work than Dr. Deadman cares to investigate. Is it Dr. Deadman or Deadman?
Dead, like he's dead, like he's dead, like it's a corpse, like Dr. Dead.
Dr. Deadman thought he needed to take a break. He's been examining his body for hours. Even, even if there were any clues, you probably wouldn't see them at this point.
I don't know. I just have this feeling something isn't quite right. Somehow the slasher slipped up with this one and left a clue. We just have to find it.
Well, I have to check in with headquarters. Do you mind if I step out for a couple hours?
No, that's fine. Maybe I'll have something by the time you get ready.
If it says to himself every day.
Yeah, everyone can see that, babe. Just say it like hush, like you're saying it to yourself.
So,
You're awesome.
yeah, it really is. Doctor, so Agent 008 left, closing the door quietly. As he walked down the hall, he could hear the doctor's voice describing the victim's gruesome appearance into the tape recorder. Fade away. The hallway from the coroner's office to the elevator is long and dark, but this is the only way to Dr. Deadman's office. Doesn't this frighten most people? Well, it doesn't seem to bother old
Ajax Barax.
Barack.
Mm-hmm.
There's one knocking at the door.
Okay, I'll be Ajax Barax.
What? Agent 008 stops briefly to use the restroom and bumps into one of the deputy coroners. Dr. Quincy suddenly said, he's certain there's a clue. As usual, when leaving the courthouse, 008 has to sign out.
008 goes to sign out where he encounters Sergeant Faust.
Going down.
Faust spends most of his shifts monitoring the front door. forcing all visitors to sign in. While he records the time next to the signature, Agent 008 wonders if Faust longs for a more exciting aspect of law enforcement. If I was doing Faust's job, I would get a little stir crazy about sitting behind the desk the rest of the day. Why would someone become a cop to do this? Dr. Steve Dedrick is convinced he will find something soon. We'll see. It's already 10 minutes before 2. Will I make it back to headquarters before the chief leaves? Well, good luck. It is later in the afternoon when Agent 008 returns to the courthouse, sighing deeply. Would the seated guest please sign in? Oh, signed in again. Annoying. 5:05 p.m. Wow, I had a plan to be gone so long. For a moment, Agent 008 sees a positive point to having anyone who comes in or out of the courthouse sign in. He knows by quickly scanning the list that Dr. Desmond has not left. In fact, the old guy must still be working on the case. As he approaches the coroner's office, he has a strange feeling that something is wrong. He cannot hear or see Dr. Desmond. When he opens the door, the sight inside stops him in his tracks. Evidently, Dr. Dedman is now the newest victim of the slasher. But wait, the other body, the one the doctor had been working on, is gone. Immediately, the security desk with its annoying sign-in sheet comes to mind. Yes, there are lots of names on that list, but he could determine the time of Dr. Dedman's death. He might be able to scan the roster to find the murderer. Quickly, he grabs a thermometer to measure the doctor's body temperature. He turns around and hits the security buzzer. The bells are deafening. He knows the building will be sealed off instantly, and security will be there within seconds. Oh no, how could this happen? I spoke to the doctor less than an hour ago. As the security officers crowd into the room, Agent 008 explains what he knows, which is almost nothing. He had stopped long enough to check the doctor's body temperature. Wait. The thermometer is, wait. Oh, 27 degrees Celsius. That's 10 Celsius below normal. Then 008 remembers the tape recorder. Dr. Dedman had been taping his observations. That is standard procedure. They began looking everywhere. The slasher must have realized that the doctor had been taping and had taken the tape recorder as well. Sometime later, the thermometer is still in Dr. Dedman's side. Exactly an hour has passed during the search, and the thermometer clearly reads 24 degrees Celsius. Now I can determine the time of death.
Woo. Nice job.
Long line.
Long lines for sure. Okay, now what I want you to do is go back through this, take 60 seconds and circle anything that you think is math related. With your group, go back through the script. Circle.
What's an autopsy?
When they examine a dead body to try to find the cause of death. Not a math thing.
Why did I did monologue for a second.
What is a decreasing exponential curve?
Paris is black.
Okay, so what I want to do is, I don't want to do this whole problem for you, but I do want to show you kind of what I'm looking for. So do you remember this from the other day? Table method?
Yeah.
Okay. In order to do this problem and to do the subsequent investigation after, what did we need to start the problem? We needed what? 2 points and an asymptote. Okay. Does anybody know what the asymptote is in this case?
Celsius, 17.
17 degrees Celsius. It's because if you think about it, it's cooling down to room temperature and it's never going to go past room temperature. So that's K. K is 17. Yes, honey.
Like 20 Celsius.
No, but that is one of the points. Okay, so my question is for you, what time was it when it was 24 degrees? So we need 2 coordinates and an asymptote. One of the coordinates, it was 24 degrees. What time was it? 6:05? Okay. He arrived at 5:05? Okay, now, what was the temperature at 5:05? 27 degrees. Okay. Now, do you have enough information at this point to find the equation? The answer is yes. Yeah. You have enough information to find the equation. If you want to use the system method or the table method, I don't care. However, you still need to find the time of death. There's still a piece of math we haven't talked about yet. There's still a number that you guys should have circled. Anyone have, yes? Okay, so 10 degrees Celsius below normal. Okay, so what would normal be then?
17.
37. Okay, 37 is normal. And would that be an X or a Y?
Well, that's why.
Okay. So here's the plan. The first thing you're gonna do is you're going to find the equation of the exponential with an asymptote using either the table method or the system method. Then you're going to get your equation, you're gonna plug 37 into the Y spot, and you're gonna have a squirrel in the tree problem resolved, and you're gonna have to use that to find the time of death. Then you're going to scan the sign-in list, which is also in your packet, to figure out who the murderer is. Go for it.
You're the murderer? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you Yeah.
Sit down for that. Well, there's only one. You doing different check in the calculator.
By the way, can there's always, right Oh, so I see.
You guys do realize you need to make another new little table, right? If you're gonna do table method, you have to make another little table with the, after you
Because you're
take off the asymptote. Don't forget to take off the asymptote. Did you forget to take off the asymptote? And really good note. Yes, you are, so that this is great. You didn't need the sheet. You're good. You're doing your best.
Mine are right there.
Yes. A is the start. Okay, so this is where I am. I got my 2 points. I adjusted for the asymptote to about 17. I noticed that they're only one apart from each other, so there's only one B. That's where I am so far. You already got them. No. No, 37 is wrong. Put 37 in the lunch box. 37 equals good? Yeah. That's right, yeah. You plug it in for line. Number 37 is a line. That's what I'll do.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah. Why not?
I don't know, hold on.
Yeah. Oh.
It's the start.
Oh, you don't.
Did you do the start before the asymptote? You have to start after the asymptote. I did that all wrong.
Yeah, you're sorry, you were going to.
Okay, and then you have order of operations to deal with.
That's why I was wondering, what had X. Don't say that, okay.
Just get calculated. So now I'm gonna erase it. think so, and then so you can figure out that's about 2 hours before, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. But they made the list, Connor.
Wait, Matt.
Okay, so round that to about -2, and then 2 hours. Five. Then you gotta look at the. Yeah. You guys getting about 3:05 PM for the time of death-ish? Right, but who is in the office at 3:05 PM? Just the security guy. Who said that he talked to Dr. Stedman less than an hour ago, but he couldn't have because he was dead 2 hours ago. Liar! The Sergeant Faust all along, longing for a different
I think I'm about to go to that.
We solved the detective case.
He made a list, remember? He's the guy that the thing. Let it happen, let it happen.
Dude, I'm gonna.